Hello, learners. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Learn to Explore. I hope you are doing well and enjoying our content. So, guys, I welcome you here to our YouTube channel, Learn to Explore. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. So, guys, today we are going to resume Sociology Class 12th, Chapter 4, The Market as a Social Institution. We have already started this chapter in the last class, so I'll start with a quick revision what we have already done in the last class, then we will move forward. Okay. The market as a social institution. Market is a place of interaction between the buyers and sellers, producers and consumers in respect to goods and services. तो मार्केट क्या है? मार्केट एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पर बायर्स और सेलर्स के बीच में इंटरेक्शन होता है, बिटवीन प्रोड्यूसर्स एंड कंज्यूमर्स इंटरेक्शन होता है with regard to goods and services. Whatever goods or services the buyers need, they interact about it to the sellers from sellers. Okay, so there are different perspectives on market, and we got to know about the economic perspective of market by Adam Smith, The Wealth of Nations. We all also did the sociological perspective, which have attempted to develop an alternative way to study economic institutions and processes within a larger social framework. Now, this is the sociological view of market. Sociologists view market as a social institution that are constructed in culturally specific ways. Sociologists कैसे देखते हैं मार्केट को? मार्केट एक ऐसा सोशल इंस्टीट्यूशन है जो कि कल्चरली स्पेसिफिक वे के तहत कल्चरली स्पेसिफिक वे में बना हुआ इंस्टीट्यूशन है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मार्केट्स आर ऑफन कंट्रोल्ड और ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय पर्टिकुलर सोशल ग्रुप्स और क्लासेस. क्योंकि एग्जाम्पल्स में हम देख सकते हैं कि मार्केट ज़्यादातर किसी क्लास या सोशल ग्रुप के द्वारा कंट्रोल और ऑर्गेनाइज की जाती हैं. सो दिस इज हाउ सोशियोलॉजिस्ट सी द मार्केट. Then we covered the two examples of not sociological, but the two markets. We covered the example of two markets and we got the idea of sociological point of view, how sociologists see these types of market. So first example was weekly tribal market in Dhori village of Bastar, Chhattisgarh, and the another example was of the local market of Gonds, okay, Adivasis. So we did both the examples. Then now moving forward, we also did caste-based markets and trading networks in pre-colonial and colonial India. How there were relations between caste and trading during pre-colonial and colonial India. There was Jajmani system, there was Zamindari system, etc., etc. Now let's moving forward to the new topic for today's class. Social organization of markets, ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस कम्युनिटीज. तो जो मार्केट है उन्हें सोशली ऑर्गेनाइज कैसे किया जाता है एंड हाउ आर ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस कम्युनिटीज इन्वॉल्व इन द सेम. Many sociologist studies of the Indian economy have focused on traditional merchant communities or castes such as Nakatars. तो एक एग्जाम्पल है एक कम्युनिटी का जो कि ट्रेडिशनली मर्चेंट कम्युनिटी रही है इंडिया की इकोनॉमी में. There was a close connection between the caste system and the economy in terms of land holding, occupational differentiation and so on. तो यहाँ पर क्या है, हमेशा से क्लोज कनेक्शन रहा है बिटवीन कास्ट एंड द इकोनॉमी. वैश्यास कॉन्स्टिट्यूट वन ऑफ द फोर वर्नास, an indication of the importance of the merchant and of trade or business in Indian society since ancient times. तो जो वैश्यास थे, it was one of the four varnas and they are the ones who are belonging to the community of merchants, trades and businessmen in Indian society since ancient times. Like the other varnas, Vaishya is often a status that is claimed or aspire to rather a fixed identity or social status. Although there are Vaishya communities such as Banyas in North India, whose traditional occupation has been trade or commerce for a long time, there are some caste groups that have entered into trade. Such groups tend to acquire or claim Vaishya status in the process of upward mobility. तो कुछ ऐसे ग्रुप्स हैं जो एंशियंट टाइप से ही ट्रेड में इन्वॉल्व है, ट्रेडिंग कम्युनिटी है. हाउएवर, there are some groups who acquired the status, who claimed the status of Vaishya at the later stage to seeking upward mobility. Okay, the traditional business communities in India include not only Vaishyas but also groups with distinctive religious or other community identities, such as Parsis, Sindhis, Bohras, or Jains. Merchant communities did not always a high status in society. For instance, during the colonial period, the long distance trade in salt was controlled by a marginalized tribal group, the Banjaras. तो यहाँ पर एग्जाम्पल दिया है कुछ ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस कम्युनिटीज का who were not belonging to the community of Vaishyas. Examples क्या है? Parsis, Sindhis, Bohras and Jains. Also there is a mention कि not always the trading community have had the highest status in the society. इसमें एग्जाम्पल दिया है कि ट्राइबल ग्रुप बंजारास काफ़ी टाइम तक सॉल्ट का ट्रेड करते थे, स्टिल दे डिड नॉट हैव द हायर स्टेटस इन सोसाइटी. One of the reasons for this caste-based specialization is that trade and commerce often operate through caste and kinship networks, as we have seen in the case of Nakatars, because businessmen are more likely to trust others of their own community or kin group. They tend to do business within such networks rather than with others outside, and this trend to create a caste monopoly within certain areas of business. तो क्या रीज़न रहा है कास्ट बेस्ड स्पेशलाइजेशन का कि पीपल ऑफन प्रेफर टू ट्रेड विद इन देयर फैमिली एंड किनशिप. इट्स वन ऑफ द गुड एग्जाम्पल इज नकटर्स ग्रुप ऑफ South India. Okay. Now moving forward, guys, I hope you are able to understand what I am trying to convey here. In case you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. You can ask me your any doubts in the comment section. Also, do let me know about your views in the comment section. And in case you want these notes, you can join our Telegram channel. Link is given in the description below. So you can download these PDFs from our Telegram. Now moving forward, colonialism and the emergence of new markets. Colonialism means during British reign in India, how the market emerged. The advent of colonialism in India produced major upheavals in the economy, causing disruptions in production, trade and agriculture. colonialism के आने से क्या हुआ, इंडिया में इकोनॉमी में काफ़ी चेंज हुए, कुछ डिस्ट्रप्शंस भी प्रोडक्शन में, ट्रेड में और एग्रीकल्चर में. A well-known example is the demise of the handloom industry due to the flooding of the market with cheap manufactured textiles from England. तो इसी का एक एग्जाम्पल है कि जो इंडिया की हैंडीक्राफ्ट इंडस्ट्री, हैंडलूम इंडस्ट्री यानी हस्तकला उद्योग था, उसका पूरी तरह से पतन हो जाता है क्योंकि ब्रिटेन से अब सस्ते और मैन्युफैक्चर्ड मशीन मेड गुड्स इंडिया में अब बिकने लगे. Before being colonized by British, India was a major supplier of manufactured goods to the world market. इससे पहले इंडिया was one of the important or the main manufacturer of goods to the world. After colonization, India became a source of raw material and agriculture products and a consumer of manufactured goods, both largely for the benefit of industrializing England. कॉलोनी बनने के बाद क्या हुआ इंडिया में, जो कुछ हुआ सिर्फ इंग्लैंड के बेनिफिट के लिए हुआ. क्या हुआ, इंडिया को रॉ मटेरियल का सोर्स बना दिया गया और रेडीमेड प्रोडक्ट्स, एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्ट्स और कंज्यूमर मैन्युफैक्चर्ड गुड्स की जो मार्केट थी वो इंडिया बन गया. एट द सेम टाइम न्यू ग्रुप्स एंटर्ड इनटू द ट्रेड एंड बिजनेस. उसी टाइम पे कुछ नए ग्रुप्स ट्रेड और बिजनेस यानी व्यापार में आ गए. Sometimes in alliance with existing merchant communities and in some cases by forcing them out. कभी तो वो जो लोग ऑलरेडी ट्रेडिंग में हैं उनके साथ अलायंस यानी संधि समझौते करते थे, कभी कभी उन लोगों को ही मार्केट से बाहर कर देते थे. But rather than completely overturning existing economic institutions, the expansion of the market economy in India provided new opportunities to some merchant communities which were able to improve their position by reorienting themselves to changing economic circumstances. A good example of this approach, this process is provided by Marwadi community, probably the most widespread and best known business community in India. Represented by leading industrialist families such as Birla's community also includes shopkeepers and small traders in the bazaars of towns throughout the country. Like the Nakatars, the success of Marwadis rested on the extensive social network which created the relations of trust necessary to operate the banking system. तो क्या हुआ, जो मार्केट इकोनॉमी का एक्सपेंशन हुआ उससे कुछ कम्युनिटीज़ को बहुत ज़्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिली। इसी का एक एग्जाम्पल है जिससे कि उनकी पोजीशन में भी अपवर्ड मोबिलिटी हुई। इसका एक एग्जाम्पल है मारवाड़ी कम्युनिटी। दे हैड अ ह्यूज सोशल नेटवर्क, एक्सटेंसिव सोशल नेटवर्क ऑल ओवर द कंट्री, दैट the people were involved in big businesses like villas, and there were shopkeepers and small traders in the all bazaar towns of the country. Many Marwari families accumulated enough wealth to become moneylenders and by acting as bankers also helped the commercial expansion of British in India. तो मारवाड़ी families ने इतनी wealth accumulate कर ली कि they started giving money for interest. They become the moneylenders and started acting as bankers to help the expansion of commercial sector by British in India. Even today, Marwadis control more of India's industry than any other community. The story of emergence of a new business community under colonialism and its transformation from small migrant traders to merchant bankers to industrialists illustrates the importance of social contacts to economic processes. तो ये एग्जाम्पल से हमें पता चलता है कि हाउ द सोशल कॉन्टेक्स्ट, सोसाइटी का जो कॉन्टेक्स्ट है, एक कम्युनिटी बीइंग अ कम्युनिटी, दे आर अ पार्ट ऑफ social institution called community or caste, how they have changed the economic process in all over the country. So this is how sociologists see societal institutions have an impact on economic institutions. Now moving forward, understanding capitalism as a social system. Karl Marx was a critic of modern capitalism who understood capitalism as a system of commodity production or production for the market through the use of wage labor. Under the capitalist mode of production, labor itself becomes a commodity because workers must sell their labor power in the market to earn a wage. This gives rise to two basic classes: capitalists who own the means of production and workers who sell their labors to the capitalists. So this is the Karl Marx view of the capitalism in a social system. So he was critic of modern capitalism. What he says कि जो ये कैपिटलिस्ट मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन होता है, इट मेक्स द लेबर एज अ कमोडिटी, क्योंकि क्या होता है, वर्कर्स हैव टू सेल देयर लेबर पावर टू अर्न अ वेज, and it creates a class division in society where the basically two classes are there: haves and have nots. Haves are those who own means of production, and have nots are the one who sell their labor to the capitalists. They do not anything, they do not have ownership over resources. Now moving forward, so guys, these are the important points. I have made these notes from your NCRT book, and all the important points I have included in the point format. So you don't need to worry about notes and content, and you do not need to read each and every line from your NCRT book. You can rely on these notes for your exam purpose. Now moving forward, commoditization and consumption. Commoditification occurs when things were earlier. There is some mistake, it is commoditification. Commoditification occurs when things that were earlier not traded in the market become commodities. Commoditification कौन सी प्रोसेस है, जो चीज़ें जिनका पहले ट्रेड नहीं होता था now are becoming market commodities. For instance, labor और skills become things that can be bought and sold. या skills को क्या बना दिया गया अब labor को कि they can be bought and sold, so they are commodities now. To Marx and other critics of capitalism, the process of commodification has negative social effects. The commodification of labor is an example. In the contemporary India, we can observe that things or processes that earlier were not part of market exchange become commodified. For example, traditionally marriages were arranged by families, but now there are professional marriage bureaus and websites that help people to find brides and grooms for a fee. Another example is a private institution that offer courses in personality development, etc. In earlier times, social skills such as good manners and etiquette were imparted mainly through the family. Or we could think of the burgeoning of privately owned schools and colleges and coaching classes as a process of commodification of education. तो पहले इन कंटेम्प्रेरी इंडिया में क्या होता था, व्हाट यूज टू बी हैपन, कि जो भी प्रोसेसेस होते थी they were not part of market exchange. We can observe the things that processes that were earlier, कुछ चीज़ें जो पहले मार्केट का हिस्सा नहीं थी, जैसे कि ट्रेडिशनली स्टार्टिंग में क्या होता था, जो मैरिजेस थी वो फैमिली द्वारा अरेंज की जाती थी, बट नाउ देर आर प्रोफेशनल मैरिज ब्यूरोज हु अरेंज मैरिजेस for the fees. So this is how it become commoditified. Another example is private institution offer courses for personality development. स्टार्टिंग में ये जो काम था फॉर अपब्रिंगिंग एंड वेल अपब्रिंगिंग, ये फैमिली इंस्टीट्यूशन का था, बट नाउ इट इज़ बीइंग सब्स्टिट्यूटेड बाय द प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशन. सो दिस इज हाउ सोसाइटी इज चेंजिंग, and it is the impact of commodification on each day activities. Now, moving forward to the consumption. Consumption becomes important not just for economic reasons but because it has symbolic meaning. In modern societies, the consumer conveys a message about their socio-economic status or cultural preferences by buying and displaying certain goods which become a symbol of status or culture. Max Weber was the first to point out that goods that people buy and use are closely related to their status in society. He coined the term status symbol to describe this relationship. For example, the middle class in India today, the brand of cell phone or the model of car that one owns are important markers of social economic status. Weber also wrote about how classes and status groups are differentiated on the basis of their lifestyles. So consumption क्या है? It's not just for economic reasons, but it has symbolic importance. In modern societies, consumer or the people convey a message through what they are carrying with themselves. Which commodity, which brand they are carrying, they are putting an impact on others. It has some symbol to show. For example, if someone is owning a car of particular brand, it has a something symbolic relation with it. If one is having OD, that means they belong to the higher stratum of society. So this is how consumption works. It has some symbols. So Max Weber is the one sociologist who uses this term for the first time to define the status symbol. He said the status of people are depends on how the people consume the goods, which goods they buy, etc. So, guys, this is all about today. From here, we will continue in the next class. Till then, keep revising, stay tuned, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.